all over the place. Did you see any aspects of that Gunda behavior from him?
I was imagining when he was our captain and he should have done that. We were like hiding under the desk or something, and he was so pumped up and he was just showing his anger. He wants to tell the world who I am. I'm the Gunda of the Indranagar, something like that. It was really nice to see him like that, enjoying in the ad, and we all really love it.
Fantastic. He was also with you when you went through your lows. In fact, in 2007, when you had an injury and then you had to undergo a surgery, you'd also written in the book that he was one of the few people who kept in touch with you, who constantly checked up on you. How much did that mean to you as a captain, to have your captain care for you that much?
Definitely, I think those days I was not carrying any money, not much knowledge about the physiotherapist. But I think special thanks to Rahul Bhai and PC said they really looked after me that time. And my doctor, Saif Naqvi, he was there. And Tommy Simsek, he was there. Other doctor, they really look after me. But having a lot of messages around from Rahul Bhai, he really made me believe I can come back to the team. Because he was telling me to take your time, Suresh. Don't rush on the field. I know you really want to back and play cricket, but take your injury very seriously. Because age of 18, I broke my ACL. I was out of the game almost 1.5 years. A lot of pressure was coming from family. And I was thinking I just need to go out there and make sure I just stand on my feet and rest. I believe myself. I can really work hard towards my strength. But glad Ratnakar Shetty sir from BCCI, he really made me feel like you can come in and do your test. Everything is done. But I think Rahul Dravid was main person around my comeback to the Indian team.
You know, you have a lot of youngsters listening into this conversation. During such dark moments in your life, what are the things that you need to hold on to believe, to ensure that you will finally see the light at the end of the tunnel?
I think I was very fortunate, Bhavna. I have brothers, I have family who really there when I needed that, because I'm very shy sort of a person. I was never open to anything. But that time I needed someone who can really listen to me, not say anything. But I was very, very full of emotion, full of answer, full of question. I need to ask someone. But my dad, especially my brothers, my sister, they really listened to me, and they always told me, you just need to give self your time. You can come back. But thanks to all my teammates and doctor, they made me believe I can play again. That was the toughest time, but that was the beautiful time around my family and friends. They really made me feel I'm very important in their life. So I think God has been really kind those days, and I'm really, really thankful to all of them.
From the darkest of times to the brightest of careers is what we've seen from Suresh Raina. Because from 2007 and having missed out on the World Cup to 2011, we have to talk about the journey and the World Cup. First of all, winning that World Cup after 28 years on Indian soil, bringing the cup back home, what does that feel to be a part of that team, Raina?
I think it was a dream come true, playing a World Cup in your homeland, and you're becoming a champion. I think you can't ask for more. I think we really played as a unit. And MS Dhoni, you know how he is collector of the ICC trophies and all the IPL and Champions League trophy he has won. But I think that game, that whole tournament, he was like main mentor, and he really worked hard around the senior players as well as with the Gary. I think that he really got to know how he is a toughest person around a difficult situation. He took each and every session, each and every tribal very seriously, very, very focused, very, very disciplined, doing a lot of team meetings around the players, doing a lot of pep talk to the youngster as well as to the whole coaching staff. I think that's what God blessed him with the World Cup trophy, and Sachin Tendulkar, definitely he really made us believe we all are part of this successful team, and you know the result. I think whole nation prayed for us, and we were lucky to have a World Cup medal in my house right now.
I mean, you did mention that your father ensures that he cleans it almost every day to make it seem shiny and new. So even after all of these years, when you see it, it's brand new and something that makes you smile. And why wouldn't it? We'll definitely talk about certain instances that you've mentioned in detail during the World Cup. Let's talk about the quarterfinals. And the fact that you had to go and bat during a difficult situation. And Sachin Paji comes and tells you that, you know what, I think today is going to be your day. And it was.
Yeah, it was. I think I played against West Indies in Chepauk. Then when I fielded for 50 overs, then I came back. Then Virat and Gauti had a good partnership. Virubhai was batting with Sachin Paji. He batted really well. Then Yuvipal really taking Gaze to another level. Then when MS got out, then I was sitting in Sachin, Virupa and our manager. He said, "Go Suresh, you're gonna do it for us today." And I was very, very nervous. But the moment I entered the ground, I felt a lot of boys around the ground, a lot of flying colors going here and there. I thought this is the time I need to be hero around my team, and they believed me. I need to believe myself. I can really pull it off from here. And me and Yuvipa had a really good partnership, and Yuvipa really supported me that time. He was telling me, just play your game, but at the same time, take everything very, very step by step. But I think we ran really well. We played really well. We handled the pressure really well. Every 2 or 3 hours, the ring was coming from the dressing room. Suresh and you need to stay there. Please make sure we have a 50 runs partnership. And I think God really helped us, and we played really well as a team.
Fantastic. And then that big semi-final game, that's the one that, when I read it, honestly, Raina, I had goosebumps because I remember 10 years back, I remember how we were all anticipating that game that happened against Pakistan and how there was fervor all around the country. One, we wanted India to win the cup, but two, we wanted India to beat Pakistan because of that age-old rivalry. Talk us through those days, the match day and what happened then.
I think before the match, I think we had a very, very good practice session. In Mohali, we were very focused. Ashu Bhai, then Zahir Bhai and Harbhajan Paji, they were bowling very good Yorkers. So we had a 3-4 hours practice, but everyone was very silent. They know what they're doing, what they're executing in the net. They know we have a big game to play tomorrow. I think the practice was really, really clicked, and we thought something gonna happen very big tomorrow. But I think Pakistan bowled really well. Wahab Riyaz was bowling really, really quick. But I think Sachin Paji batted really well. Then Mia batted really well around the tailenders. And as I said earlier, I think Sachin again, when he scored at 85, he went back to the dressing room. He was telling me, you need to bat 50 overs. You need to bat 50 overs. And I was hoping I bat till the end, then I can really have some couple of runs extra for the team. Then we can really defend. I think we bowled really well in that game.
And it was around this time that you remember Sachin Paji saying, "Khana khane ke liye aaye ho ya World Cup jeetne ke liye?"
I think it was different because India, our Honorable Prime Minister was there. Pakistan whole Prime Minister unit was there. Then I think our food some stuck there. Then Viru Bhai and myself, a lot of players wanted to eat before the match. But Paji said, you need to go out there and make sure you have whole meal when we come back as a winning team. I think sometimes you need to see a lot of goals. He was very, very positive, and he was noticing each and everything what other players are doing, and on them. He also focusing on his game. I think he was doing a lot of brotherhood planning around us. I think he really made us believe we can win it from any situation.
It was just riveting reading those conversations. I was almost reliving the moments, and it must have just been unbelievable when you had your success parties, right? You said that you were shifting between MSS and Sachin Paji's room, and you were just overjoyed as a youngster to be a part of this World Cup winning squad. Do you remember any part of the night, or is it all a blur to you? Or is it that you won't say it out on, on a public platform?
I went to MS Bhai room, and I saw he was bold. He was not having any hair. I said, "My boy, what happened to you?" He said, "Come, we'll sit, just sit around. We can just enjoy." Then I saw. Then we were having a party around Sachin. Amir Khan was there. Paji, a lot of our family was there. So I think I only remember I slept 9 a.m. in the morning because a lot of phone was coming, family, friends. I think we came back only from the ground around 2 o'clock. So we were just happy, and whole nation was on TV. They were enjoying a lot of messaging coming from old friends, new friends, and whole family was praying. I think it was a dream come true. I think, as you said brilliantly, the World Cup comes and go, but the memorable time we had, that winning the World Cup on our soil in India. I think a lot of fans, whole India was praying for us. We saw each and every state, they were giving us a lot of blessing. Without blessing, you can't do anything. I think blessing really made us believe, and I think you know the result.
Fantastic. Believe is the one mantra that is taking you through every stage of your life, including this one, where you've made your debut as a co-author. Let's talk about that man and that massive six. The man that is extremely special to you and everybody watching this live, MS Dhoni. Now, a lot of people say that, few friendships last a lifetime. The friendship that you have with Tala Dhoni is one such. Let's talk about the man first, and the first time you probably spent some time with each other, especially in the book where you talk about how you both were very similar, coming from small towns, being introduced at an international stage where you had to cope with everything around you, but not let that affect your morale, handle the pressure not only on the field but off the field. And both of you almost did it together.
I think for him, everyone knows him as a great captain, great player, and he's a great world finisher ever. But inside his heart, I think he's a great human being. He's very honest person, and he gives values to his life. He gives values to his surrounding. I think he's such one person who always remain calm. And one thing I've learned from him how to be a good person, especially when you're under pressure, when you're going through a lot of difficulties. He just go back 2 step back, and he always analyze things in a different manner. That's what makes him big, what makes him feel. I think he's one of the most hardworking person around the planet, and he's done in number of occasions to CSK, and we have won so many trophies together, and that's why whole world loves him as a person, as a cricketer, and as a captain. I think he's one of the guys who worked really hard around his skills, and he has proved it number of occasions, and that's the worst best thing about him. And he's such a great shoot ever. I think he's the brand ambassador of the game, and I've learned so many ad shooting around. He's so pro. He's so professional around CSK shooting. He just come and finish his shooting in half an hour, just go back to his room and play a lot of games. And I've seen his family, everything. I've seen how beautiful daughter he has, the beautiful wife he has, and how wonderful human being his father is. I think God has been really kind around him, and I think for me and MS Dhoni, CSK gave us a lot of courage to achieve our goals in the international cricket. I think that's what our friendship is all about. I think we have something to cheer for our life, and all the fans must have seen. I've seen a lot of things around the fan. They were very good around our praying, and I've seen his struggle, but he never let down anyone. He worked really hard over the years, and I wish a lot of happiness around his life. I hope he'll do wonders upcoming years.
Beautiful. So well said. We've spoken about some of the legends of the game and your equation with each of them, and I think this warrants us to go down memory lane in some sense. I'm going to show you some pictures which will evoke various emotions in you, and some of these pictures are there in your book as well. So the viewers, when they pick up the book, they will of course have access to them. Let's have a look at this first picture. Let me try and. Okay. Technical issues as always. Yeah. Okay. This one. The boy from Muradnagar with his first trophy. Do you remember this moment?
I think my brother clicked this picture when I was coming from tennis ball cricket tournament from my school. This was my first trophy. Actually, I had a milk in that. When I came coffee, when I came back from the match, I started to have a milk in this. I was like, they're very small, and I was playing tennis ball cricket.
Actually, I took the cup and drank milk from it.
Never know what's good, memorable day.
Wonderful. The first of, 100.